So it's been a little while since I last sort of like spoke to all of my Instagrammy people, because I don't really do stories that much. So I asked some of you dudes some questions that you may want to ask me about my life or how I study and stuff like that. This is my niffler, one of my nifflers, by the way, is just sort of helping me with my back pain at the moment, in case you see him popping up. So I didn't get that many, which I'm not really that fussed about, because I'm sure a lot of you are probably doing mocks at the current moment and you're not checking your Instagram stories, so good on you. But I'll answer the few that I have got as responses. So one that I got was, what do I do in my free time? And it's sort of complicated how I would phrase this. See, like a lot of people my age, like they go out, they go drinking, they have a hobby, and they do like extracurricular stuff like drama, or play football, or play rugby, or play video games. I don't do any of that. I can't do any sports for medical reasons. I don't drink for medical reasons. I wish I could play video games, but see, if I was 1 year older, I would spend my entire life playing video games, and if I went down a different career route of not needing to get A levels and get qualifications and get good grades to get on the uni course and the job that I want, I would just probably be sat in my room playing video games all day and just reading all the Discworld novels over and over again, and that would be my life pretty much. But the best example of free time that I have is like summer and holidays. That's when I do stuff. So it's like when I'll do some word searches, it's when I'll do some knitting. Yes, I'm that old. But no, I don't really have free time whilst I'm studying. It's sort of, my life is just studying to be honest, and then like little spurts of YouTube and DS in between. Oh, and Harry Potter, obviously. The next one that I got was, how does it feel working both of the weekend days and studying at college? It is quite tiring. I do not recommend it. So I'm at college every day. The only early finish that I get is a Monday, and it's not really an early finish because I put my driving lesson in that time. So the rest of the days I'm up in the morning going to college, and I'm not home until about 4 o'clock. Then when I get home, I'm usually at my grandma's until my mum finishes work. To try and manage it better, instead of getting the homework and leaving it to do it at home or when I get to my grandma's, I'll do it during my frees and my break, so that way I've got time at home to do extra revision. The weekend bit it's a bit of a lie-in. I get an hour more sleep because I only start work at 9 o'clock on a Saturday and I start at 11 o'clock on a Sunday. And it's actually quite nice because that's my break from revision. It's obviously a lot of pressure with working, but then it's also quite like a nice break from constantly doing academic stuff, and then like on my breaks I can just sort of get fresh air and have a bit of a toddle around the shops. And then on a Sunday it's even better because I'm the only person in, because I'm the youngest person there, so I'm lumped with the boring Sundays at a post office when you get about 5 customers. But because I'm locked in the bureau, my manager lets me bring my work with me, so I can take in any books that I want or any like extra homework that I've not quite finished off. Or I've started printing off some exam questions that I take in with me and do in the bureau whilst I'm locked in. If there's nothing for me to do or no customers for me to serve, I'll just do some exam papers. So it is quite tiring, but I think I'm sort of like adjusted to doing it. I'm just sort of not gonna because like when my exams actually come up, I've already booked holidays for. I'm not in the Sundays that I have exams on the Monday, so if you do have a part-time job, I'd 100% recommend not working before you have an exam. That way I can focus the day before. So, but at the end of the day, if my work ends up becoming too much for me and it's affecting my grades, then I'll just finish. All I'm doing the work for now really is to help my mum out and to save up a bit for things that I'll need for uni and things that I'll need for the future. But yeah, that's how I juggle it. I just sort of get on with it. And then I'll do this as the last one because it's quite a rambly video as well. So, how do you manage to get so much work done? It's as you've probably assumed from the last questions that I answered, it's all I do. So I actually really love it. I love learning new stuff. I love science. I love like the school environment of learning new stuff and being able to answer questions and knowing scientific knowledge and knowing like the meaning behind things. So it's not that I'm doing it just for the sake of doing it to get the grades. I'm doing it because I actually really like it. And as to how I get so much done, again, it's because it's all I do. And I know if you follow me on Instagram as well as on here, you'll know I post every day. I'm not doing it to sort of like show people, oh my god, you should be doing work every day. You should be spending every free second that you have to doing revision, because you shouldn't. Sure, I do a lot of revision, but I don't do it every second of every day. Sometimes I just fall down a rabbit hole of something, of reading something or scrolling through eBay, and I just don't do revision for that period of time. I'm just sort of keeping it. My Instagram being posted on every day is just sort of like a diary for me. So like it's not trying to show off that I'm doing so much work and that I think it's really high quality work that I'm doing, because trust me, some of the pictures that I put on there, they're really bad quality, and it's not right, like the most aesthetic Instagram posts ever. But like if you're in bed one night and you decide, oh, I want to read up on some stuff, just do it. You don't have to not do it. I'm just sharing with you that that's alright to do it, and that it's alright to just sort of do little bits anytime you want, and just do some flashcards someday, do some scruffy exam questions on some scrap pieces of paper the other day. I'm hopefully going to be posting every day what I'm doing, so that way it's sort of like a whole documentation of this last year of my A-levels, and when it comes to my results I can look back at it and say, and nobody can say that I didn't try, because the proof is there, the work that I did. I obviously did try. So, but then when I get my results and when I start uni, I probably won't be posting every day. I'll probably be posting like different bits, or like maybe I'll just stop over summer and just like post every other day in summer, and then when I get to uni I'll start posting like every day again, or maybe like a weekly post, but post constantly on my story. I don't know yet. I'm just sort of keeping it as my own personal release of what I'm doing, instead of keeping it all built up inside. And I'm releasing that onto you so that you may be a bit motivated and or just sort of like what I'm doing, or find it really weird. You could find it either way. So they were some of the questions that I was asked. They were all sort of the same they were all sort of the same topic as to like, how do I do so much? How do I balance it? So, but I thought they were like the most standing out ones, and I didn't really get that many because my life isn't that interesting. So I hope we connected a bit more. If you have any questions or have any other stuff or any video recommendations or whatever, feel free to comment below or hit me up on DMs on Instagram. Is that what they're called? I think that's what they're called. Message me on Instagram, and I'll see you dudes again. Good luck with everything, and hopefully I won't be as achy the next video. Right, I'll see ya.